Hello.
Girl, I be over here grooving off our little intros, right? I be like, dun, dun,
Yes,
dun, dun. I be like,
you already know. It's that little
girl,
shoulder shimmy bop. You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
have
saying?
you I'm gonna have you to play it back one show. I'm gonna really say run it back, cause I be
Run
going
it
hard.
back. Run it back. Okay. I'll be waiting for that. I'll be waiting for that request. You already know I'm
Yes,
here for it.
yes,
I am
yes,
here for it.
yes. I
What
love
is
them
going
both.
on?
I love both of our, little intros to the show. Hi, everyone. I hope that you are tuning
Hello,
in
hello,
tonight.
hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Leave us some messages. Let us know that you're here, that you're watching. If you like, if you don't like, if you
Yes.
can hear, if you can't hear, if you can see, if you can't see us, let us know. We never know what's going
Let
to
us know,
happen with the
please.
live show, right?
Right. We never know. It's a experiment within itself. It's
Yes,
just us having fun. And if you join us and if you enjoy yourself, you take something away, that's a
yes,
win.
yes,
Just being able to have my computer do what I'm asking it to do is
right.
a big, huge step.
It's a big, yes, it is, because we all know how computers can be, and sometimes there are technical difficulties, right? So those
Yes.
are the things
Oh
that
yes.
we cannot control. Okay, so yeah.
Right,
So
right.
hi, did I give
So
you a did I
hi
give you
love. Hi
did I give you
beautiful.
did I give you
You
a
you
team?
did a little bit. You did a
Okay,
little bit, but we can
I was
get
over here.
always
I
get a
was
little
like, yeah,
more.
I was over here grooving. It's Thursday. It's day before Friday, so I'm
Yes.
excited. And it's just the two of us tonight.
I
We are
know. I see
missing.
someone is me.
Yes, we are missing
Who's
Bucket. Well,
that?
I we call him Bucket, but we're missing Sam
Yeah.
people. And we are really
Sing
gonna miss
Sam
you
Peoples
tonight.
tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Wherever you
We're really gonna
are,
miss you tonight.
we love you. We're missing you.
I know where
It's
you
gonna
are.
be a weird night. Yeah. We kind of have an idea. It's going to be a weird night just because Sam Peoples isn't here tonight, but we're going to make it do what it do. All right?
Yes,
There's
we're gonna
nothing
make it do what
wrong
it do.
with
It's
with
already
having an
weird.
absence.
It's already weird because
Yeah.
the season, it's raining,
Yes.
so it's
Yes.
like, okay, yeah. Anywho, how was your
Right. It's
day?
all right. We're
Did you have
gonna
a good
we're
day?
gonna. My day was weird. My day was weird keeping that word in circulation right now. My day has been so weird. So I've been feeling funny. But that's personal stuff. But it's been sunny and cold, and it
I
rained this
know.
morning. But it didn't want to rain the rest of the day, so I couldn't make excuses for not going out and doing anything.
Listen,
So
yo,
it's
this
just been a weird
morning,
day.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry that you're having a weird day. We're gonna pray against the weirdness going on, right? So, but
Yes.
today I
Yes.
got to really capture some beauty of nature, which is, the rainbow
Ooh.
happening.
Oh,
And it was
really?
just so beautiful this morning. I was
Oh,
taking my
wow.
nephew to school this morning down the 405, and it was just so beautiful, just across the 405. And my nephew, he was reading with his
Wow.
father back and forth, and I told him to look around and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
look at the rainbow." He was like, "Oh my God, it's a rainbow!" That was like pure. It was pure joy for me to hear him just really fall in love with the rainbow, and he get to see it, like not
Oh,
on a coloring book
amazing.
or not in a book, just
Okay.
actually see it. So it was a beautiful morning
Yes.
for me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's fantastic. I'm glad you had a better day than I did. I mean,
No,
like I said, my day wasn't
listen,
bad. It was just weird. It was just
I'm,
very
I'm sending I'm
interesting.
sending you
But
some love and some positive energy, and we're gonna get this weirdness
I
out
need
of
it.
here.
Yes, get out of here, weirdness. All right.
Okay, so
so
what are we
let's go
getting
ahead
into
and
tonight?
get into tonight. Yes.
Yes, what
So
are we getting
tonight's
into?
episode, we are in episode 202, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thanks for joining us. We are
202.
talking about breaking in. We have a
Okay.
very cool lineup in terms of our talking points, and we
Yes.
even have a first interview we're going to be premiering tonight, and it's going to be a very special way we're going to be doing the interview. It's a pre-recorded interview with a good friend of mine, a good friend of ours, TMRLA at this point,
Yes.
and we'll get into that later on. But I want to hop into what we like to call our very special topic, where we get to let all of our stuff out, get it off of our current industry news. Current industry news is on the table right now.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and pop it up. As we all know, ladies and gents, this is the final week of Black History Month.
I'm representing.
So if you haven't, hey, you always represent, but tonight you do it. You going in.
I have the colors on.
Yes, yes, you do. I am so jealous. I am mad. I needed to get myself together. But as always, like I said the last episode, you do a good job of helping us fellow lacking in the fashions
Whatever.
department.
Whatever.
You hold us all up. So I'm resting on your shoulders again tonight, as usual.
Listen, powerful
So yes,
women. That's what it says. Powerful woman. That's what
okay,
it says. So that's what we are, right? Okay. It's for the both
yes,
of us. I'm
yes,
wearing it for the both
okay.
of us.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm resting in that. I like that. That's beautiful. So let's go ahead and get into our current industry news.
Yes. Let's do it.
As you all know, we are a day away from a very interesting and fun and exciting weekend. We will be moving into our NAACP award weekend, the 54th
Yeah.
anniversary Image Award weekend. I am so excited, Marina. This is
Love.
this is this is a lot.
This is so dope. 54 years, like 54, that
Hmm.
says a lot, right?
Yes,
And just,
yes,
I mean, I can go on and on about the history of us and not being able to,
of course,
have anything of our own.
of
And
course.
this is ours. And
Hmm.
yeah, let's be excited about this. So go ahead,
Yes.
Britt.
So we are talking about the 54th NAACP Image Awards, and something that I thought was really cool. I mean, of
Yeah,
course, it happens every year. It's not a lot of hoopla because it's been going on for so long, 5 decades,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
seeing that there's a huge need and a huge anticipation for this award season based on all of the phenomenal films that have
Oh
come out over
my
the last few years
gosh.
during a pandemic. Before the pandemic, we didn't have the opportunity to talk about these films or celebrate these films during and now after the pandemic. So this is
Yes,
going to be a fantastic
yeah, it
awards
is.
ceremony, and I'm looking forward
It
to
is.
it. But the NAACP started back in 1967. I don't know if anybody else knew that, but we was just doing a lot during the civil rights movement. I mean, we were sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And we said we gonna reclaim our time.
Listen,
Sitting at the back of the buses, not being able to vote, and not being able to be recognized in public spaces for our contributions to
listen.
extremely important spaces like film and television.
Yeah,
And so that's the history of the NAACP. And when it started, it was just film and television. But over the
yeah.
years,
But
uh,
they have
go ahead.
go no, go ahead because they added some things to the
Yes.
awards, right?
Yes, they
Okay.
have. So,
Yeah.
theater, music, literature, and they've also added community service and humanitarianism to their categories of awards they are now giving out. So, you know, we were talking. I know if you remember. We were talking about like, wait, why are there so many categories? And it's
There
because
are so many
there's
categories.
so many. Like, I don't know if you all took the time to vote this year. I did. I
I
got
hope
my
you guys
I got
did.
my voted sticker for
I got
the
my votes in.
good,
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah.
But it's because the NAACP added so many additional categories. It was not just including um, television and film, and now included, humanitarian efforts and community service efforts, and that is where the beauty of
Yeah,
outreach and
yeah,
support and being a community leader really lies. Being able to recognize those folks who are doing the hard labor, the
yeah,
fundamental work in the community, for us to have community theaters or allow young people to learn how to act or take classes on filmmaking in these spaces and in these communities. So I love that um, those particular awards were added to the ceremony over the
yeah.
years.
I
And
do
now
too.
we're having I believe maybe a 2 hour show that's going to include everything that encompasses what makes the Black community
What makes
special.
the
So
Black community? Yeah,
I am
yeah.
so
I love
excited.
that.
I'm
I
so
love
excited.
that they added that to the awards. I
Yeah.
really, 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 really love that because a lot of people do a lot of the footwork and hard
Hmm.
work that goes unnoticed, or maybe not on a broad or broader scale for people
Hmm.
to see. So by the NAACP adding those categories, it makes for a great touch.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is a little insider scoop
Look at
on
this.
yeah, this is old school um award ceremony. It was actually at the Palladium, Hollywood
Yeah,
Palladium back in the day.
yeah.
And this is so cool. I don't know if you
I
recognize
loved it.
everyone in this picture, but the
Oh,
center two ladies is
yes.
Marla Gibbs and Rosa Parks. So Rosa
I
Parks and
want to know
Marla
the
Gibbs
conversation.
yes,
I
they
want to know
received
the
an award.
conversation. I want Marla. Is Marla out there? I want to
Right.
know the conversation, baby. What?
What
I
were y'all
mean,
talking
Marlon
about?
Gibbs, Rosa Parks, come on. How
So
influential.
so
Like,
cool.
yes, that is so amazing to see those beautiful Black women. And we're
Yes.
not excluding the men on the side
No,
of
no,
them,
of
but
course not. Of course not. Not at all. So, Danny Bakewell and H. Boykins are
AJ
the two
Griffin.
gentlemen in the photo. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Brookins, I'm sorry.
yeah.
And they were also receiving community-based awards and humanitarian awards at the same event. So that not to ignore or exclude them from the celebratory talking points, but
Yes.
the fact that two iconic Black female pillars in the Black community were in the same picture together for so different reasons is
Right,
pretty
so
cool.
different reasons. But truth is, this is just
Yeah.
like this is personal, right? So
Yeah.
I have a picture with Marla
Hmm.
Gibbs.
Oh, do
I was a
you?
baby, and she was actually holding me, and it's so
Wow.
funny. I don't know where we were, but it's just her and I in the picture. And I think my
Wow.
grandmother. I need to look for that picture, but it's such a throwback. It's such a beautiful picture, and if I find it, I'll send it to you so I can
That's
show you.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
really cool. Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay. Okay. Marita out from a baby, man.
I've
That's
been,
so
I've been touching the
yeah,
hymns
yeah,
of the
yes,
people
for a long time. That's
for a long time.
awesome. If you are familiar, you would know that uh, BET is the network the NAACP would normally be streamed on.
Yeah,
But of course, we now have our streaming services, or aired on. Now we have our streaming services. So BET
many.
Plus and a lot of the Paramount global networks like CBS, CMT, Comedy Central, Logo, MTV, MTV2, Pop TV, the Smithsonian Channel, TV Land, and VH1 will all be
Yep.
streaming the award ceremony at some point this weekend or in the future. So if you don't manage to watch it um, on BET or streaming on BET Plus, it will be available on all of those different platforms. So that's pretty
No
exciting.
excuses. No
So so
excuses, y'all. Watch it.
so
Okay.
yes. So let me ask you, do you know who's hosting this year? We had this
So,
conversation last Thursday, but
you
I
see me
gotta I gotta
scratching
make
my
a
head.
fix.
You see
Yeah.
me scratching my head because I am totally confused because for the last past what 9, 8 years.
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson, right,
Yes.
has hosted the NAACP
Yes.
awards, right?
Yes, he
And
has.
I thought that he was hosting this year. So who's
Right.
hosting this year?
So surprise, surprise, and I'm very excited. This beautiful woman will be hosting the Queen. Queen Latifah
Come on, Queen
will be
Latifah.
hosting this year.
Come
Yeah.
on,
So
Queen.
that's
Let's
a
give it
big
up for the
surprise.
Queen. Let's give it up for the Queen. Come on,
That was
Queen.
a huge surprise for me. That was a big, big surprise.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure why, or they didn't really explain what the reason for Anthony stepping down. But what I did kind of see was that they were going to do, I think it was either the 40 or 50-year hip hop tribute. So I believe that has something to do with it. Queen
I was
being,
I was
iconic in
just
the hip
gonna,
hop world. So
yeah, I was just gonna ask, like, I wonder if she's going to perform or
right. Oh, good
give some sort of
question.
but so of course the 10 years, right? Or the
Yeah.
9 years, as long as he's been hosting. So is this
Right.
like the first time a woman is hosting solo?
Oh, okay. Great question. It's technically not the first time a woman is hosting as a duo or a couple, or in a group
Right,
setting, but this
right,
is
group
the
setting.
first time since 2000, since the year 2000, that
Whoa.
there is a solo host who is female.
Female.
So
Right.
yes.
Wow.
So, here's a really fun fact: the last female solo host was Diana Ross. So that's a
What?
big number two for the Queen. Like Diana Ross and Queen Latifah. Like, hey,
Wait a minute. I mean, come on. Like,
yeah,
I would be so honored, to know that, and
yes,
stepping in of the shoes for like a female or woman to come
female
in
representation,
and right
absolutely.
behind, like, not right behind, but behind Diana Ross. I mean, that
Hmm.
says a lot.
Hmm.
For them to ask Queen Latifah. I mean, she is queen. Come on.
Yes.
She's the
Oh yeah.
queen.
Oh yeah. So my expectations are very high, although I
Yes,
will I
very
will
high.
miss you, Anthony. I know you've been doing it for so long. And I've grown to enjoy your hosting capability.
Yeah.
But make way for the queen.
Make way for the queen. She's here. Okay. And
Absolutely, absolutely.
she's been looking so beautiful. Look at
I
her in this picture.
know, I
Look
know.
at
She looks
her.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Absolutely
she looks
gorgeous.
stunning.
So
Stunning.
some of the presenters that will be on stage with Queen this Saturday are Brian White, Cliff
Yeah.
Method Man Smith, Tay Diggs, yeah,
Ooh.
Issa Rae, Janelle Monae, Jonathan Majors, Kerry
Oh yeah.
Washington, Letitia Wright, Morris Chestnut, Miss Pat, and the list is very long. All right, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Zendaya will also be up there, but I'm not surprised they will also have Tracy Ellis Ross. So they got
Of
rid of
course. Of course.
they
Of,
replaced because of the need in some capacity. But Blackish will be represented on the stage as a
of
host
course.
in some way. So
And I love
not gonna miss
Tracy.
that.
I
I
love
love
Tracy
Tracy. Yeah,
Ellis Ross. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. Still gonna have
absolutely,
Ross up
absolutely.
in there.
So as we're kind of waiting and in anticipation for Saturday's event.
Yeah.
The NAACP has had some ceremonies, non-televised
Yeah.
ceremonies, to award some
Yeah.
folks this week. So I believe it started yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, or the 21st, and
Yeah.
it's going
Yeah.
to end tomorrow. And I believe that is a dinner ceremony. It's also not non-televised, but it'll be hosted by Brisha Webb, which is be cool. 1 year we'll be in the room,
Yeah,
even
we'll be
if
in
it's
the building.
not
We would
Blackish,
definitely be in the
we'll be
building.
there.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
some of the awards that were given out over the last few days, we want to take a moment to kind of celebrate those winners, and
I'm
one of
excited.
which, of course, we
I'm excited
cannot
about this
shout
one.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah, we cannot
I'm
shout out
excited
Quinta.
about this one.
for
for the
winning outstanding
yeah,
breakthrough creative in a television series.
yeah,
This woman, I don't
so
know if y'all
deserving, so
absolutely
deserving, so deserving. You know,
overwhelmingly deserving.
honestly, I discovered
Mhm,
Quinta
mhm.
on the Black Lady Sketch Show. I fell in
Ah,
love with the Black Lady Sketch Show. I've always wanted to do a little sketch myself. I really saw myself on SNL.
really? Okay,
Yeah, I really saw.
okay. I love
Yeah,
it.
that was a dream of mine. But anywho, I discovered her on Black Lady Sketch Show,
Mhm.
and she was hilarious. All of
Yeah.
the women on
Oh,
there
yeah.
are hilarious, and what I want to say, Ashley, Nicole, Quinta,
Yes.
Gabrielle Dennis. It's so many. Miss Townsend, Laz Alonso is on there too.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a really really great cast. But you know what? I noticed that uh Quinta, she was there, then she was gone. I was
Right.
like, wait, what?
Season 1, she came in, she killed it.
Killed it.
Uh, I think she might have had a cameo season 2, just kind of like for the fans of the original cast to kind of like see
Yeah,
her, but she was not a part of the main cast. And we were
yeah.
all wondering what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
Like, what happened?
I was really,
I
and
was, I, yeah,
I didn't think to like do any digging or anything like that. But I mean, as we can see, you know,
yes. I was
here
just
she
hoping
is
there
with
was
Abbott
no drama.
Elementary.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And turns out
yeah.
it was a whole network TV show on primetime TV. Like, okay, I'll take that any day of the week.
Right,
Absolutely.
exactly, exactly. So congratulations to Quinta
Congratulations. Absolutely.
Brunson for winning the Outstanding Breakthrough Creative for
Yeah.
television.
And
That I mean for Abbott Elementary.
I know there's a lot of her fellow castmates who are up for nomination in their specific categories for, like, best supporting, and even
Yeah,
I believe the show's writers are up for some nominations. So the
yeah,
show in and of itself, all the way around, is a phenomenal show. um Quinta just gets that extra nod because she is the creator of it. So all of that is under her umbrella, and I'm just excited for all of the talent that has been
yeah.
able to be discovered and utilized on this show. And I can't believe they're about to go into season 4. I think we're in season 3 right now. So
Already?
at the end of this season, there's a potential for season 4. Dang, she's like halfway into being syndicated. Jeez, come
That's
on. like,
crazy.
like just
That's
3 more seasons, and that's I mean,
crazy.
that
Yeah,
deserve that
I
right there
mean,
deserves a hand clap all by
like
itself. So
kudos
yeah,
to her. And
yeah.
I love seeing on there. I don't know his name, and I shouldn't know his name, but I don't. I just
Mhm.
know him by Everybody Hates Chris, and I was happy to
Yes,
see him be a part of the
Tyler.
cast.
Tyler,
Yes, I
yeah.
was happy to see him be a part of the cast because I don't remember him being in too much
In between,
since
right?
in
No.
between. So, I do hate to see when actors have like a long run on television
Mhm.
as children and then like never return. I mean, I know some of them go to college and want to do the normal thing, but to see
Right.
him come back and to utilize his skills on this show and to see that
Right.
it is still standing, I'm just happy. I'm happy to see that.
He's I believe, like most child actors, speaking of child actors, I got to speak about the fact that they're creating a bunch of child actors with this show. All of
Okay.
those
Yeah,
kids, oh
right,
my
right.
gosh,
Right.
they're so good. Like the kids that are now getting speaking roles on Abbott
Yes,
Elementary.
yes.
Anyway, to finish up about Tyler, his childhood career was very good. I mean, he was
He
on
yes.
Everybody Hates Chris for at least 6 seasons, I believe, if not more. And
I
so
think
for him
more
to
than
have
that.
right, for him to have made
Yeah,
the transition from child actor to adult, and he did do a little stint on The Walking Dead, and that really like gave him that adult surge into
third,
adult
yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that he's been able to make a comeback, and I
Yeah.
ain't mad. I ain't mad at Quinta for hiring him.
I'm not either, okay? I am
Okay,
not
okay,
either. Go
okay.
ahead. That cast
Absolutely.
is really, really great. So
Thank you,
yeah.
Quinta. Thank you.
Okay, Quinta,
But
we see you.
speaking of child actors,
Yes.
I
Let's
want
go. Let's
to
go to it.
give a shout out to this young man, Josiah
I
Young.
mean, come
Josiah, look
on.
at how cute
Give
he
the baby
is.
some love. And I don't think he's a baby
Yes.
anymore like this, but I mean, give the baby some love. I
Yes.
absolutely love this show.
Yes. Yes.
One reason he is a great actor. Everybody in that show are great, right?
Mhm.
But to see my
Yeah.
nephews really get into a show that's not like a
Oh,
cartoon,
right.
I just
Right.
really love, and we were all here just watching episode after episode. It was my mom, my sisters, my nephews. We were all here just having a good time watching this
Yeah.
young man, Josiah Young, really show
Mhm.
his acting skills. I mean, and it's something that we don't see this type of show. Young,
Right.
black, with
Right.
power, with powers.
Sci-fi with sci-fi.
Sci-fi,
Yeah, a sci-fi
yeah.
backing. Mhm. Mhm.
It was the dopest concept to me. And kudos to the creator on this show.
Absolutely. And here's a fun tip. I don't know if you knew this, but a concept trailer aired on YouTube back in, I think, like 2014, between 2014 and if
Uh-huh.
I'm not mistaken. This show was birthed on YouTube by a writer who was just writing about her experiences as a mother in America and today's society raising
Wow.
a black son. And she was in development, I think, for a few years, and Netflix scooped it up. I mean, they were extremely excited
Wow.
to create the series, and it was a little rocky before um, going from season one to season two, but I was so excited to see that they had a season, and I'm
Yeah, I was
hopeful
happy to
that
see. Yeah.
absolutely,
I have to
I was
catch up
hopeful.
for season two. I have to catch up for season two. I guess I'll get my nephew so
Okay,
we can just go ahead and binge watch it, you
binge it.
know,
Yes, that'd be fun. That sounds fun. I think
and
we
do
should
that.
do that for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
moving right along, I just want to wrap it up. So of course, in anticipation for this
Of course.
Saturday, I wanted to take the
Yes.
time to shout out this show, The Black Hamptons,
Woo!
because it's nominated. It's up on a list with um, Samuel Jackson and the amazing show Queen Sugar. And I don't want to forget a moment. I think it's called Moment in Moment in
Yeah,
History,
moment in history.
which
This is the
is
Teal episode, right?
yes, which is the Till episode. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there are some heavyweight shows in the same
Wow.
category, but I do want to recognize this show. Um, Starring Elise Neal, Mar Rucker, China, Vanessa Bell Calloway. But really, 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 why I'm out here shouting the show out is because of this young lady
I
right here.
mean,
So,
I mean,
Killer Cam, where you are, boo. We are so proud of you. We are very excited for this nomination for
yes,
you, your cast members, and Mr. Carl Weber. The show is phenomenal, and I
yes,
know you're going to at least enjoy having your show up for nomination
yes.
this season. I I can't be more excited for you and happy for you. So go ahead and throw a little drink back in our
I
honor,
mean, we need
TMR
some
LA. Of course,
confetti. We need
yes,
confetti. Like Winnie the
Yes,
confetti. I
absolutely,
mean, just to be
absolutely.
nominated is amazing, right?
Amazing.
And
It's amazing.
to see all the nominations is wonderful. But to
Yeah.
know somebody personally that's
Yes.
in a show that's been nominated is so just like
Yes.
phenomenal. Kudos to you,
Yeah.
Cameo. She's such a great young woman, and I met her through you
Yeah.
and Will, and I mean we just hit it off. And you don't come across good people, and she's that.
Yeah.
Her personality speaks for itself. You can tell that definitely she's a um she's a force,
Yeah.
and she goes after what she wants. I mean, just the interview that she did with us,
Yeah.
um I mean, just to hear her story and what she did and how she got into the industry. I mean, it's just like, so I'm just happy to see her here, you know
Absolutely.
and I
Absolutely.
I, I can't even imagine what's next.
Oh yeah. Well, season two of this
Of
show
course.
that'll be first. But I do really quickly want to also shout out the fact that Cameo isn't the only one on this show that we've had on TMR. We've also had Rhonda. Rhonda does
Oh
a
yes,
guest
we
spot on
have
the show as well.
Rhonda.
So yeah, so we got people we know. We know people.
Yeah, we know people. Oh, we know people.
All right. So moving right along, we kind of got a glimpse of him in the trailer from Raising Dion. Uh I don't know if you saw him, but I you can't miss him. It's
Okay.
hard to miss him. To talk about the upcoming
Oh,
mega movie Creed
so
3. Are
so
y'all
we're
ready?
just gonna go into we're okay. We're gonna go into it like this. All right. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
Okay.
had to
All
get
right.
to him. I need my screen time. I need to be looking
I
in his
know. I know.
eye.
I know.
I
Can we
know.
just can we just
Good.
take a moment of silence for this jaw structure
Right.
in the lip
This photo right here.
and the
Sheesh. Sheesh.
in the sweat or whatever they sprayed on them. Like,
Right. Oh Lord. Look. Let me just go ahead.
yeah, I'm go ahead, drink my water. Hmm.
Mhm.
No disrespect to my husband, but he know I ain't blind. Okay.
Honey, my eyes work, okay?
No,
I love
okay.
it.
In all
Yes.
seriousness,
Yes.
this no. What do you think? I think. Let me go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet on this.
The
Go ahead.
reason right. So we can uh fawn over these gentlemen all day long, but the real reason why I have them up there because this film this film is legacy. It's not tradition, but it's keeping a legacy of
Yeah.
sports film going, and I think it's really cool that Michael B. Jordan has taken on this new cycle of kind of like hero in the sports world. You know what I'm saying? And I think for anyone who's the technical person who goes to films to look at all the different angles and to kind of
Yeah.
like talk their seatmates ear off about what camera they think they were
What camera
using.
they use?
Right.
Listen,
I think this
I
is
don't know. I don't know, not to cut you off, but I don't know
okay.
camera world, right? My
Okay.
my my background is theater. Your background is film,
Yeah.
right? So I'm slowly getting into film, but I
Okay.
do know when the textures change, and I do know.
Right.
So I may
Right.
not know all the terminology, but I do understand it. I understand it visually.
Absolutely. So the film what is Shymax, right? And so that is epic in the way
Yeah,
that you need to have a film like this shot in a very close in your face way to bring the drama that is happening beyond the punching, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can only imagine all of the really tight shots, really close up, like, having you really feel the emotional connection of the
Yeah.
character in each of these gentlemen's faces. And I don't know if you're a boxing fan, but I am. So I don't really care that there will be moments of dialogue. I kind of really just want to see them fight, because it's nothing like a really good fight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
And the
mean,
fact, go
you
ahead.
know, I know it's a movie, but in
Right.
real life, I can only take boxing so much.
Uh,
However, I love MMA, right?
yeah,
So I
yeah.
love to watch a fight, but sometimes it gets too intense for me, and I can't take it. But I am like you said, I am also excited to see
Okay.
the fight. I am.
Got you. Got you. Well, so the biggest aspect and the biggest takeaway for a film like this being shot in IMAX, it is, based on what I've heard, the first sports film, dialogue driven film to be shot in IMAX. So historical.
Okay. Because this is
And
not the first film
no,
that's
no.
been right.
What I read was that some of the Olympics is shot in IMAX.
Oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so there's been, and then there are documentary series that have been shot in IMAX. Um, Even films that people might recognize, like, you know, The Dark Knight, or
Nice.
Interstellar. Those were all shot in IMAX.
Oh, nice.
Like I said, those were narrative based films for like superhero
For
or
superheroes.
sci-fi, or
Yeah.
so this one kind of like checks a box for the IMAX, film creators, that this is the first one of its kind. So it's a big deal. It's a very big
Nice.
deal.
Nice. Good move. Good move for
Yeah.
them because that's going to enhance,
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure, the box office.
Yes. So exactly. I think one of the really cool things about how this film is going to feel to the viewer is based on the fact that you have the IMAX camera, and you also have the IMAX theater with its specialized
Oh, the
sound system.
combination.
So
Yeah.
it's a fully incorporated experience.
And it's
And what
fully
they say,
IMAX.
yeah, everything a part of, as it goes in this production, is built to give the viewer the best cinematic experience they could possibly get. I mean, I can't give you a number, but I'm sure it's, to us regular folks, is astronomical, right?
Yeah.
But it's not an easy task to film anything in IMAX, and it is extremely expensive. So what they say
Yeah.
is
I
that
know it is.
when a director asks, "Hey, can we use an IMAX camera to film this?" People be like, "What?
Right.
Why?" You better have a phenomenal script. You
Do
better
you
have,
have extra money?
right, all of your in a row. You better be ready. When these cameras show up on set, it's not an easy task. So,
Right. Right.
I'm
Exactly.
expecting the best cinematic experience, both from a script perspective and just from a visual perspective. I think this is going to be to rewatch over and over and over, just to kind of like catch all of the little things
Oh,
that you
yeah.
may have missed. So I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I know we talked about this, and
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say one thing. I hope we
Yeah.
see Sylvester Stallone in it. Okay, we can move on. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to really quickly, we'll move on. Just give this man his own stage, his own flowers, because Jonathan Majors, sir.
No, you know what? I wanted to not go back, but that picture of Michael
Yeah.
B. Jordan
Mhm.
and Tessa. Is her name Tessa?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
he's directing, right?
Yes.
He's looking
Yes.
at the
Michael is
camera, and
directing.
he's out of character, but he's in character because he has makeup on. His eye is
Yeah.
black, and it's
Yeah.
just phenomenal to see young black actors doing their thing. He's directing and acting and doing all of these things all at the same time. So kudos to Michael B. Jordan for just continually growing
Yeah.
in the industry, as an artist, as an actor, as a director. And so kudos to him. And also kudos to the other young man. He's in everything.
Jonathan, I'm almost about to be
Jonathan
I'm
is
never
in
going to be sick of you, sir,
everything.
being in anything. But dang, he is
I
in
mean,
everything this year.
no, when do you even have the time to just sit down and relax? Like,
Right.
I don't
I
think that's
mean,
in his life to
Disney
do.
had him. I mean, he, was a part of this production. I believe he had at least two or three other films over 22. Didn't he have a film about a pilot he had
Yeah,
released in
he was
22?
fine. Yeah.
He was a part of the Disney series Loki. Like, I don't know when this man sleeps. I
Dude,
just don't.
I want to know. I want to talk to him. I mean, I think we should see
How
if
did
we
he
can
do it?
interview him. I
Right.
just
And
want
I
to
mean,
know.
didn't he explode on the scene 2016 with what was the show on HBO? Lovecraft
Oh,
Country. I mean,
Lovecraft.
I'm sure he was around before then, but it was like ever since we saw him in Lovecraft Country, which once again,
Yeah,
sci-fi nod. I love the
yeah,
fact that
sci-fi. Yeah,
we are out here living our best life in the sci-fi genre. But yeah, he exploded on the scene. Uh in Lovecraft Country, and I don't think that man has had a day off since. You know what I'm
like
saying? So I'm
seriously.
excited for him. I'm
Yeah,
really excited
totally excited. Yeah,
for him, and he's
totally
taking
excited.
on so many lead roles since Lovecraft
Yeah,
Country.
that's not. I mean, it's unheard of.
Right, right,
Like in all the movies that he's in, he's
mhm.
like main
Yeah,
character.
yeah, yeah. So kudos
What?
to you, Jonathan Majors. We see you,
Come
dude.
on,
Keep it
Jonathan.
going. Keep it going. All
Keep
right,
it
moving right
going. Keep it
along.
going.
Moving right along. Our last topic is a solemn one, of course. We
Oh,
want to take a moment
I know where you're
to
going.
remember. Yeah, I have to, because
My
for
heart.
most of us, yeah, I
My heart.
believe this gentleman and the show for certain is a big part of like our teen into college years. And it's such a sad kind of way to end off the current industry news, but I didn't want to not recognize this gentleman.
Yeah.
Uh, Richard Belzer passed on February 19th at the age of 78. And, recognizing that actors mean something to us all. And
Yeah.
even in the smallest, capacity roles that they play, um, he made a mark on me. I know his
He
face, I know
did.
his name. I watched SVU when I shouldn't have been. And I know the same goes for you as well.
Yeah. I mean, literally, ask my husband. When I'm going to bed,
Yeah.
I'm cutting on Law and Order, SVU every
Wow.
night. I don't care if it's a rerun or not.
Right.
So, I mean, I love it. I can't get enough of it. And I really enjoyed Richard Belzer while he was on there. He
Yeah.
he he was great. So yeah, I'm just sad to hear, that
Absolutely.
he passed. But it looks like he lived a good life.
I think so.
I didn't know he was a comedian.
No, I don't think a lot of people knew. I mean, I'm sure folks who are fans of SNL. That's one of the places where he utilized his comedic talent between 1975 and 1980. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was a straight up stand up comic,
Yeah. I had
and
no
it's
clue
like
because I don't
what?
I don't remember seeing any episodes, and I mean, I love SNL, but
Yeah,
I can't recall him being on SNL.
right.
But apparently, that's he's been a part of SNL.
Well, it would be hard for you to see him on something else when he was on
Yeah,
SVU from 99 to
yes,
2016. The man
little
was on
how many episodes?
326 episodes of
Yeah,
SVU.
that's amazing.
That's an amazing career right there. So,
That's a run. That's a
that is a
run.
that's a run for
Okay,
sure. That's
yeah,
a
that's
run.
a run. Yeah,
So with that, yeah, I think Richard, to your passing and to you moving on to the next stage of our existence, uh we want to thank you for
thank
giving us
you.
something to enjoy, even when
Yeah,
we should be going to bed.
yes, when I'm going to
Watching
bed.
reruns. Thank you for your contribution to our cinematic enjoyment, which is television. All
Yes,
right.
yes.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to our last kind of situation in our current industry news, which is our newest kind of topic. It's technically our opinion. It's based on our
Yeah,
opinion,
it's based on our opinion.
but we are going to be moving to our movie critique. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to be
I,
critical?
I mean, okay, let's just go for it because
Okay. So this week, given our opinion on the highly anticipated, very scrutinized film, You People.
very scrutinized.
Woo! So I'm gonna let
It
you
was
have the floor.
yeah.
What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I remember having this conversation with you and Sam, right? We already know
Mhm.
how Sam felt about it. He hated it.
Yes. Yeah.
He hated it. And I wanted to watch this movie without forming any type of an opinion. I just wanted to watch it all the way through
Okay.
just to see how I would feel. My dad, we always talk about movies, like we critique movies and all these things, right? And
Right.
one of the movies was You People.
Yeah.
And I listened to his opinion about it, how he felt about it, and I was like, okay, well, let me watch it and see how I feel.
Hmm.
I took it for what it was.
Okay.
It was one of those movies that you can figure out what was going to happen at
Very,
the end,
very much so.
right? But the things that were going on in between,
Mm.
just sort of, what really, I'm not going to say it bothered me, but
Hmm.
it was just sort of out of place for me.
Okay.
Was Eddie being at Simply Wholesome, and I have a Simply Wholesome cup right here.
Okay.
I didn't
Okay.
see
Okay.
Eddie today. I didn't see
Okay.
Eddie at Simply Wholesome today.
Okay.
So
Okay. We stop it. Stop it. Calling that man out.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But
That's
no, no,
funny.
I enjoy Eddie. Eddie is we've already talked. It seems like we always talk about Eddie, but
Right.
Eddie
Yeah.
is
But he's
just the
something to
man.
talk about for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
we always talk about Eddie, but Eddie is the man. And you know what? Honestly, this is no shade to anyone. I was
Uh-huh.
just shocked to see him in this cast.
Right.
Um, not saying that he's better than any of them, but I was just shocked to see him playing the father,
Okay.
and I was surprised at seeing the kufi being burnt. I
Mm.
was, just some things that I don't know. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Yeah.
uncomfortable in certain scenes, but I just took it for what it was, and I just watched it, and yeah, it's just
Okay.
I don't know. I can keep going and on and picking at it, but I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't because it's okay because what I would do is kind of talk about like the film could have we could go over the film. But my opinion is someone is behind the film. Someone is behind the film being made.
Of course,
Although this was a joint. It was I had believe it has three
it was a
producers and two
yeah,
writers, Jonah Hill and
yeah,
Kenny Bear. I kind of want to talk about this gentleman, Kenya
Okay.
Barris,
Okay.
because I'm starting to see a pattern. Like,
I
it's
Let me think
just
about it. Let me
okay,
think. Let me think.
okay,
Let me
okay.
think about it. Let me think. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean collectively with his body of work,
yeah,
the entire body of work, right? So we
yeah.
kind of looked at some of his work, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
All of it is not the same, but eh,
Yeah, you know
I mean
what?
from Blackish
Uh huh.
to Black AF,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I see where you're going. It's the
Right.
whole same pattern. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No,
What
no. I mean, you're making all the points that I would. It's something that is not sitting quite right in my spirit. I feel like he's trying to make a point.
what is the
Um,
point?
and that's the I don't know. Like I understand that there are triggering things that happen that should have its own platform. That should have its own, soapbox, if you will. But if you're going to take a stand on something or just make a point, like,
Yeah.
shouldn't we reach the point at some point? At some, shouldn't there be a conclusion? Shouldn't there
But
be
I,
like a period at the
but I
end?
think at the end of this movie, it
Hmm.
it was a resolve in a way. It was,
Yeah, yeah.
we have to uh get outside of ourselves, outside
Hmm.
of our stereotypes of one another, or they had to get outside of that and get back to love,
True.
because it wasn't them, the
Hmm.
couple, that had
Hmm.
the issue. It
Hmm.
was the parents that had
Right.
the issue. And if you
Right.
think about it, the parents, the age of the parents, right, when you think about it, comes from an era, right? They're similar in age. And
Hmm.
so, they kind of stick with their own, quote
Yeah.
unquote,
True.
right? So maybe this is all they knew. And to have their children come together, that was pretty hard for them, because the expectation of staying within, or staying with your own,
Yeah.
was a little bit hard to accept. So I think that they really, when Eddie and the mother, I can't think of her name, but what's her name, because she played on
Julia
Seinfeld.
Dreyfus. I forget the
Okay.
middle name.
Yeah,
Julia
so when they came
Julia
together
Louis
at the
Dreyfus.
end,
Mhm.
yeah, when they came together at the end, you see that
Right.
there is a resolve. There is, okay, we messed up. We
Mhm.
need to get outside of ourselves and let our children be in love,
Mhm.
regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of any of those things. Our children love each other. So
Yeah.
let's make that happen.
Yeah.
So I think that was the resolve.
Okay. All right. So it was just very Disney camp, like at the end, like you have a film that's starring Raw, right? The Raw man.
Yeah.
uh and all of the very touchy things that happen in the film, but then we end. Okay. All right. I will. All right. Okay.
Brittany,
Okay.
Brittany, it's
So
something about King. It's something about King Watch. It's gonna happen full circle. You probably gonna be working
yeah.
with this man. You're
All
probably gonna
right. And then I hope so. And then we can have a discussion, and then
yes,
therefore I will be enlightened on, him as a person, and then him as a creator. Because look, let me just be completely honest. This dude, as long as we've known him on as a executive
yeah,
with Blackish, Mixedish, Grownish,
yeah,
his his CV is ridiculous. I believe his credits go back to
Dude,
97,
I
98.
had no I had no clue he
So,
worked on Coming to America too.
yeah.
Um, I didn't know what was the movie? Oh,
Which is like, really? Okay,
Winter?
interesting.
Like what?
Octavia Spencer and Anne Hathaway.
Yes,
Anne Hathaway. I mean, he's got like he was a writer. He was a writer on the Damon Wayne show. I think that was like his first gig as either maybe a writer's room PA or just a writer. So whenever he popped up on the scene, his career is
yeah,
extensive.
that list is long,
So
and
he's doing something
I
right.
my first time really getting a wind of him
Mhm.
was Blackish.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, to really, him for me to notice him,
Yeah.
like I just recently noticed him, because of Blackish.
Yeah.
So to know all of these movies that I've seen in the
So,
past,
mhm.
that he had a part of, I was just blown away of the list. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as to say how I feel about this film in particular, and then that in connection to the last few years,
Yeah.
it's just a curiosity. Like, is there a point that we're all missing? Possibly. Uh, I would love
Possibly.
to know what that is. But from a black man's perspective, he's telling the story he wants to tell, and
He's telling
God,
the
by golly gee
story.
gosh, sir, you didn't collected at least two major network checks, ABC
Listen,
and Netflix. So I ain't got nothing to really say to you.
listen.
Like, you
I
doing,
need to get.
and
I need to
Showtime.
tell I
So
need to tell my perspective on my side of the story.
anybody going to give me a shot, a chance?
Listen,
I got some
listen.
opinions. Okay, just to keep it real, just to keep it
No,
in
but I
perspective.
was happy to see Nia Long and
Yeah,
Eddie and everyone working together. But I was happy to see Eddie and Nia working together, and that was
right.
pretty cool to see. And I love Lauren London, but
Okay,
I mean, if
okay.
I had to rate it, you know,
Yeah, what would you? How many mics would you give it?
yeah,
And,
man,
and be honest. Be fair, but be honest.
I'll give it a 3.
3. Okay.
I'll give it a
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll give
The
it a
the
3.
the fair and honest opinion, a movie critique of you people. If you got the time, and if you got the password for Netflix, go ahead and watch, because you know how Netflix is doing us now. Uh, go ahead and take a look at You People. It is streaming now on a laptop near you.
Yeah,
um
yeah,
and make your decision for yourself. My question to you all, and maybe if someone wants to write in the chat box, is what racially divisive topic was broached in the film, and how do you believe this movie tackled solving it? That's the overall question that I have. I feel like it was meant to really break down some barriers and create some dialogue, but by the end of the movie, I would agree it was just a 3 for me. Like, I totally agree. It could have been a 5, if some things were different. That's just
I
my
mean,
opinion.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, even filming wise, I mean,
Hmm.
that's a whole another side of it. But I like all of these actors, here. But I did want to say something.
Yes.
I thought the movie was based on slightly
Mm,
truth to
okay.
Lauren London's parents. That's what I
Okay.
thought
Okay. Okay.
because I believe Lauren London's father is Jewish
Mm,
and her mother is an African American woman.
okay.
And
Got
so I thought that the story was stemmed from, some truth.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I was wrong though. I haven't read that it was
Okay.
it was about her parents at all.
Okay.
You know how TikTok is. I started seeing
Yeah.
pictures fly around and roam around
Okay.
with her parents, and I was like, "Wait, is there some truth to this?" And
Mm.
come to find out that I haven't read any articles that stated that it was based off of her parents. But
Okay.
I
Got you.
mean, yeah. So
All right. Well, we're going to move right along. As promised, we have a guest interview, pre-recorded guest interview that I want to get into. Um, this young lady we're going to be introducing is someone really special to me. We met on set, and I'm going to allow
yeah,
her to kind of describe all of that in her interview. But I want at this time introduce our guest for the night, Chanel Williams
yes,
is a California native whose passion for film and production has taken her on an incredible journey growing up in the greater Los Angeles area. Chanel later moved to Orange County, where she pursued higher education at a local junior college. During her time there, she delved into various courses related to film photography and production. Although Chanel initially believed that her college career would lead her to success, she eventually realized that it wasn't the right fit for her for long term goals. Thus, she made the bold decision to move back to the West Side, closer to Los Angeles and closer to her dreams. After overcoming various challenges and setbacks, Chanel landed a job with one of Hollywood's most prominent production networks and
yeah,
studios. This proved to be a pivotal moment in her career as it set her on the path of achieving her dreams. Over the years, Chanel has gone from a dreamer to a doer, and I've seen it firsthand.
yeah,
She's also gone from a production assistant to a production owner. Her journey has been filled with countless amazing stories and experiences. So today we are honored to have Chanel Williams be our first guest on TMR
great.
Live LA.
Yes,
And she's going to share her remarkable story of how she broke into the industry beyond all odds and she's never looked
right.
back. So at this time, we want to go ahead and show her trailer for a short film she developed. And right after that, we'll be into her interview. Take a look.
Memories can be accessed like a phonograph inside our brains. It's gone. I can't help but of thinking that the nights here are long and my heart won't stop singing. And here in my mind you'll stay, a dream in a day.
All right, all right. What's going on? So,
What's going
so
on?
at, hey. Listen, we got and this is unprecedented because this is our first episode with a guest. guest, right?
Yes.
And we are doing something. This is our pre-recorded interview with one of my good friends,
Yes.
fantastic creator, artist, and just all around dope person. And so I want to take a moment to thank her for being here today. Oh man. Okay, so we're back.
Yeah.
We were hopeful. We had high hopes that that episode would
We
be,
had
or excuse me, interview
high hope.
would be able to play, but it seems like technical difficulties are continuing on the side of the screen. As not gonna stress out about it,
No,
but go
we
ahead.
are not
Go
going
ahead.
to stress over that, and nor should the people on the other end should stress over it because we have ways to upload this video, and we will do that. We will upload it to our YouTube. We will upload some of it to our Instagram. So do not worry. And to Chanel, if you're watching, we are so sorry we can't control the
Yeah.
technical issues, but she is an amazing young woman.
Yes.
I am so lucky to know you and have to meet her through you.
Awesome.
Just her story alone is beautiful.
Yes.
What really, and I want to say this about her, what really, really touched me
Mhm.
was that so many times so many times, do you have a picture of her? Maybe we can put a picture of her
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
course.
let's put a picture of her up. Um, so many times we are told that we are not able to do certain things, X, Y, and
Mhm.
Z, if we
Mhm.
do not have a degree or
Right.
some form of, some form of paperwork stating that this is what I do, and this is
Right.
what can get me in. And to hear her story, which I
Mhm.
won't give all of it away because I do want you guys to go and watch the video on YouTube. Hey, Chanel, there she go.
There
Um,
should have.
Uh, we want you to watch the full video on YouTube and some of the video on Instagram. This young lady, when I say if you want something and you really want it,
Yeah.
she is the
Yeah.
true definition of wanting a career in this industry,
Mhm.
going after it by any means necessary.
Absolutely.
And she did not allow the, oh, you need to have a degree to get in, or you need to
Right.
have this to get in.
Right.
And she did what was necessary to get in. And I mean, when she got in, she got in. I mean, she was in, then some things happened, then she was back in. And it's like,
Mhm.
I mean, you know it better than I do, but just listening to her, I know you guys work side by side, right? You guys have worked side by side.
Chanel and I she remembered better than I did, but we met on maybe my third or fourth gig as a PA ever.
Wow.
and the reason why I wanted Chanel to come on and talk about her journey to where she is now,
Mm, mm,
because our kind of like road to being in the production assistant world was so vastly different, but so vastly similar, eerily similar at the same time.
mm.
As she mentioned in her interview, is like, you know, she saw me and I saw her, and I could
Yeah.
attest to this. She saw me and she was like, "Yo, there's another black chick on this set.
Yeah.
What is this real?" You know, and I can honestly say that's the same way I felt. I was like, "Yo, there's another black chick here.
Yeah,
Yeah."
yeah. It was like a
So
cosmic thing happening. And that's
exactly.
how, yeah, I feel you. I
And
understand.
so, I really respect her because although as she mentioned, I went through a program,
Yeah,
um there was the help there. The similarity was the drive and the hunger. And when we met each
yeah,
other, we both saw that immediately and was like,
yeah,
we are
yeah.
working together forever.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, you know, I'll get a gig, she'll call me. She'll get a gig, she'll call me. I'll call her, however it works. We'll
Yeah.
make sure we will both make sure we eat. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
If I can't make it, there's a rule. And I'm glad I get the opportunity to talk about this because there's very few like circles that you'll meet other production assistants in. But there's a rule that when you can't take a job, you don't just send your friend who needs to work. You
Right.
want somebody who will represent you
Yeah.
because there's a social, there is a something about your word. It's really important
Oh,
in
yeah.
the industry. And,
Yes.
you know, your work ethic on set is your currency. That's how you get booked. You
Yeah.
know, yes, not going to lie to anybody out there about the benefit of knowing people. That
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah. 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 It's true.
But at the same time, once you're on a set, you have to work because people
Yeah.
don't want lazy people on their sets because there are a million different things that have to get done to make a production viable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And uh, in the ecosystem of a set, PAs are at the bottom of the list, but yet
Yeah.
we are like mycelia. We are like mushrooms. We are like the thing that you don't see, but we do
Yeah.
everything.
We
You
do
know what I'm saying?
everything. Yeah.
So it is really important to have someone be reliable, and Chanel was that person for me. Like, if I couldn't
Oh,
be on a
yeah.
job, I there was nobody else I really wanted to call other than one of my other really great friends who I discovered. working behind the scenes, Ashley Golden,
Hmm.
like it's something about being able to align yourself with another person. Like, this person is like me, but better.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
Chanel is. She's a phenomenal beast of a worker. But she's also really tapped into what she wants to do, and she's going to figure out how to do it. That's what
I
I love
love
about
it.
her.
Yeah, I can
Because
tell. I can tell that she's totally tapped in. It's like
yeah,
when she said, when you guys watch the video, you will hear her talk about the things that she wants to do. Not that she wants, that she's going to do.
yeah,
And just hearing her talk about those things, that she's going to make it happen
right.
by any means
By
necessary.
any means
And
necessary.
yeah, she's going to make all of those things that we talked about. She's going to make it happen. And I'm so excited to see um everything that's coming from her. I'm
Hmm.
totally excited. I really want to work with her. I can't wait to work with you and her.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be some great things coming. And I mean, just you alone. I mean, being on the set of 911, stop playing with me. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys watch 911, but 911 is a great show. And Angela Bassett, of course, is in it, and so many
Mhm.
other talented actors. And Brittany, you PA'd on that show, right?
I have, yeah. Well, not several seasons, but at least 2 seasons. I kind of snuck in at the end of season, I believe it was the end of season 3 into 4. I might have
Mhm.
done one episode of season 4, so that I would make it 3 seasons,
Yeah,
but I was on 1 and 2. 2 and 3,
yeah,
excuse me, 2 and 3 for sure. And I mean, the great thing about working as a PA, especially when you're like Chanel, you don't really know what you want to do yet. Like, for me,
yeah.
I knew I wanted to write, but I didn't know how writing would get me into rooms to get me
Right,
into a writer's room. So I
right.
had to kind of not necessarily stop writing, but just table it for a while and figure out, how do I get on set? And it's working music videos. Like, for example, my first job ever in production was on the set of a JT music video with Sierra. And I'm sure
Wow.
y'all know what the song is, because I'm not sure if it's the only one they've done together, but it was
Yeah.
in 2017. So that was my first gig,
Wow.
and going from music videos to commercials. My
Mhm.
second major gig was a Ram, a Dodge
A
Ram
Ram commercial.
commercial.
And then
So
you did IHOP, right?
yes, so
You did
the
IHOP
IHOP
commercial?
commercial Chanel and I did. I think that's why I said it was that was like the third gig.
Yeah.
And then going from just being curious, just like Chanel, asking questions, talking to people, being of interest, like, oh, who
Right.
is that? What is she doing? You know,
But
uh uh-huh.
you've also done wardrobe.
Right. I've done wardrobe for HBO. I've done
Yeah.
my first film. It did get released, but it was like a silent release. It was
Mhm.
with funny thing. It was with the young man from Grownish, or excuse me, from Blackish. Diane's brother. I can't
Oh,
remember.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Miles.
The
Is
young
his
one.
name
Yeah,
Miles?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was. I did wardrobe for Hit. That was the very first movie I've ever done, and it was not a production assistant in just the general sense on set. I was actually a wardrobe production assistant.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, working for HBO, working for Fox, working for Sony, Paramount. Like, you don't realize what hard work will do for you until you put your hard work in.
So you put your hard work in.
And
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 mhm.
and sometimes you have to take alternate routes,
Yes,
right?
yes,
It's
yes,
like you have to take alternate routes,
yeah.
especially in this industry,
Mhm.
to get your foot and your hand and then your head in everything,
Your
right?
elbow,
Like
your
seriously.
baby
Yeah.
toe,
And I mean,
everything.
but what a wonderful way
Mhm.
to explore the industry that you love, because
Yes.
you have your mind set on being a writer, and then
Right.
you end up being a writer and a director, and then you end up
Right.
being, you know what I mean, then you end up being
Exactly.
the head director on a commercial. I mean, so many things
Mhm.
that you can do when you take alternate routes in the
Right.
industry. And so that's
I
that's
did
that's what I love.
I ended up doing, if I'm not mistaken, at least 2 seasons of Drop the Mic. That was like
Oh
the
yeah, I
weird.
remember Drop the Mic.
Yeah, it was such a weird, situation to be like, hey, can you come and fill in?
Yeah,
Um and then they're like, "Hey, would you like to come back next season?"
right,
It's like, "Yes, I get to see Method Man every day." Yeah.
right. I'm in. Okay.
Right? Don't
No,
have to
but I,
ask
I
me at
do. I
all.
love that. I
Yes.
I absolutely love that you are continuing your work and getting your
Mhm.
feet wet. And also, Chanel, I just love to
Yeah.
see, us, our melanated people, really working and going after what we want. And
Yeah.
there's going to be so much more from you, Brittany, that we've talked about, and there's going to be so much more from Chanel and also myself. And I'm just excited.
And
I'm excited for what's
from
to
all
come.
of us in a collaborative way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And it's just it's very heartwarming, exciting, a little scary, but
Karen.
the
Yeah, of
fact
course.
that Chanel over the process of kind of figuring out what we all were doing, she was like putting the boots to the ground during the
Yeah,
pandemic. She made a lot of stuff
yeah,
happen for herself. And she's now in a position where she's going to be, executive producing. I know it. She's still kind
yeah.
of like on the fence, but she's going to be executive producing a lot of stuff very soon.
Child, that girl, yes.
And she is a director, and we showed her trailer, Pinky's Dream. uh the trailer is phenomenal, but the film itself, just the fact that she wrote that, directed that in a weekend while she was on for, I
Yeah.
believe she was doing LA's Finest while
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
completing that short film. Like, she did that on over the
Wow.
weekend, putting in like 60 hours on that set. Like, come on. That's why I say
I love that.
she's phenomenal.
I love that she had that idea to, it's like a period piece.
Yes.
When you look at it, I love that. I love the creativity of it all. And I'm excited to see the film. I mean,
Yeah.
so since we're talking about industry in its entirety, and the things that you can do,
Mhm.
from PA, from wardrobe to directing to being a runner, or working the camera, or there's
Mhm.
so many things, but there's one thing that I just truly love, which is
Mm.
casting. You have
Ah, yes.
to have the right
Yes.
cast to
Yes.
make any film, anything, plays, anything
Yeah.
great. It
Yeah.
is the right cast, it is the right chemistry, it is the right look. I hate to say it, but
Mhm.
it is. And we do have a couple of castings for the people, right? Well, I think
Mhm.
it's one casting that we have.
Ah,
Um,
yes.
we do,
Yes.
but we will upload the video to Chanel Williams. You can find her on what is it?
It's
Chanel
her Chanel was here. Chanel
Chanel
was
was
here
here. Yes.
underscore.
Underscore on
And that's
Instagram.
on all social media.
On social
So
media.
please
Okay.
check her out. She's got some phenomenal work. She's been doing some commercial, private gigs for
Yes.
different small companies. I
Yes.
mean, the girl is like hustling. Like, she's working for the state.
Yo.
We found out that she did all of the
Yo, when she
camera
said that, I was like,
operation. Yeah,
I was
she did
like,
all
man,
the
I ain't doing enough. I ain't doing.
she did
I ain't doing
all
enough.
of the camera operating for during COVID for all different city halls all over California.
Yeah,
Like,
for
what?
cases like what? Look,
How do you even apply for that job? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, how did you even find out how to do that? So
Kudos
yeah,
to you, Chanel.
check her
Kudos.
out. She's a writer, producer, director, and all around dope person. I'm
Yeah,
rocking her tee. I'm gonna go ahead and change my camera so you can see it. I'm rocking her tee, Alpha Pack
yeah,
Productions. So
yes, I
make
like
sure you
it.
check her out. Show her some love, support, follow her, and look forward to some amazing things from her. Thank you, Chanel, for interviewing with us. We
Thank you,
appreciate you taking the
Chanel.
time. We will make sure your interview
Thank
goes up
you.
somewhere
Yes,
in some capacity, either in pieces or in its entirety. But we will make sure people know who you are, know your name, know your face for real,
yes,
and know how to stay in contact with you because
yes,
you are a rising star for sure.
yes, she
Um,
is.
so let's go ahead and move on to our closing remarks. We've come to the end of the show, y'all. Um,
Wow.
we
Already?
yeah, I can't believe it either.
I can't believe it.
We definitely have had a very fun discussion tonight. I really had
Yes,
fun talking about all of the film well, the film that's coming up March 3rd, y'all. Creed 3 is going to be
Creed
out
3.
March
Creed
3rd.
3.
And I believe pre-sale tickets are available now. So, Mr. Michael, if you want to just send me some tickets for promoting your film,
Right.
that would be nice, okay? Or you can just send Jonathan Majors to my house
I
and we can shout out.
come
Never
on,
mind. I'm not even
Jonathan.
gonna say that. Let me. I didn't
You
say
gotta
that.
be
You didn't hear
careful
me
what
say
you
that.
ask for. Be careful what you ask for, girl.
Right. Okay. Let me just be quiet. Let me go ahead and skip my water and be quiet.
Yeah, sip your water and be
Anywho,
quiet, okay?
anywho, let's go ahead and moving right along into our closing remarks for tonight's episode. As promised, ladies and gents, we wanted to make sure we included some gigs, opportunities, jobs, castings, things that would help y'all keep the creative juices flowing in terms of if you're not working right now, or give you opportunities to put something else on your resume. So we have some castings coming up, and I'm going to turn the floor over to Marina to kind of give you the breakdown on what is coming up in the casting world, right? Because like Marina just said, there is no movie without the actor. Like, you can have the camera, you can have
Yeah,
the props and wardrobe and all of that stuff, but
yeah,
just as important as all of those other departments, the actor's got to be there. So
yeah.
if you are that person, if you are the actor, here you
Mm.
are. Here's some opportunities. Go ahead, right ahead, Marina. Let
Yeah,
the
so
people know.
so there's a Uber commercial coming. So I normally receive notifications from the casting network. So
Ooh,
let me say this: if you're looking to get into commercials, or just to get in film, just to see if that's something that you want to do, or you're really trying to create a career for yourself in the industry, definitely sign up with some networks that you can submit yourself to these castings. Casting Network is one of the popular ones. There are so many, and throughout this season, we will drop some of the casting sites that you can go to and sign yourself up for. But this one particularly came from Casting Networks, and the actual casting. So it looks like they used a third party. So the actual casting
mhm,
company is All of Us Casting,
okay.
and it's in California. And let's see, there are three specific roles that they are looking for.
Mhm,
And I want to read them off to you. It looks like the pay is the same for all of them.
okay.
Um, but these are the particular roles, and we can also give the dates. Hold on just a second.
Mhm.
So as you can see here, this is for comedian actors. The principal, it's principal role, and it's from 30 to 50. So that is
It's a
a
big,
real,
big
that's a big.
gap. 30 to 50. Jeez.
And
Okay.
you know what? And you know what? It's so funny because
Yeah.
my dad keeps saying that he's about to start submitting himself for stuff. So this is right up your alley if you are looking to get into a commercial.
Okay.
So there are that's pretty great though because that allows everybody to participate.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so so this is a Uber commercial, like I
Mhm,
said. The casting company is All of Us. The casting director is Peggy Lynn, and
mhm,
the contact information we do have that. It is Peggy at allofuscasting.com. If you are interested in this Uber commercial, they are looking for comedian actors, principal roles from 30 to 50, any ethnicity. This is a non union. If you're
mm,
not too familiar with being non-union or a part of a union, it's just simply that. It's either you're a part of a union, which is like SAG, AFTRA,
mhm,
or if you're not, they are looking for you. So non-union means you are not with any union.
mhm,
And then let's see, they're also looking for parents from the age of 30 to 50, any gender, any ethnicity, appearance, non-union again for
mhm.
500 for filming. Well, which is pretty good.
Okay.
And I will give out the dates. It looks like they're saying for the parents, they're open to couples, they're open to
Okay.
LGBTQ, they're also
Mm,
open to LGBTQ included and single parents. So if you are a couple, if you are LGBTQ, you can also submit yourself for this role as far
mhm,
as the parents go. Also, there's a third, hold on, yeah, there's a third female earner. This is also a principal role. The ages change slightly. This is from 25 to 40. They're looking for woman or trans woman in any ethnicity,
okay.
which is great. Also, non union, $500 for filming and any particulars. They're looking for no excessive piercings or tattoos.
Mm, okay.
So that is one of their things. It looks like that's for all the roles.
Mhm,
They want you to be outgoing and confident and funny for the comedian, and also for the parent, preferred personality, outgoing, confident, and funny. And also for female, they want you to be open to all body types. So you
mm,
can submit yourself. Do not be discouraged. If this sounds like you, submit yourself. I will tell you to submit yourself or to sign up with Casting Network.
mhm,
It is important if you want to be in this industry. Sign yourself up with some casting networks so that you can get the submissions like I do and like all the other actors or background actors get on a daily. I mean, they
mhm.
come in on a daily. But this is one that I wanted to put out there because it's like a real broad, they gave a real broad age range and
Yeah,
also as far as ethnicity goes. And so
yeah.
those are three principal roles for Uber commercial. And you can contact All of Us Casting or sign up with Casting Networks. And I think that's pretty much it for the casting. But we'll have
Okay.
casting information for every show so that,
Absolutely.
yeah, so that you can work. You can get some work
Yeah.
done.
Get y'all paid. Some
Get y'all
credits.
paid.
We're gonna also be working on some behind the camera gigs as well. So folks who are, who have been on set before, who have been PAs or coordinators or managers, if you've worked as an assistant in any department, one of the things that I would like to start doing is kind of reaching out and contacting some of the folks that I know and see what's coming up,
Yeah.
and see if we can get some people some work
Yeah.
behind the
Some people
camera.
work.
Start
Yeah.
your career, start learning the
Yeah.
ropes. Um, and the other thing is, we I will be definitely looking to assist folks who have never been on set before, who are
Oh, that's
looking
nice.
to get into the film industry in the capacity of a production assistant. Be clear, it's not an easy job, although
Yeah.
it seems like it's non-essential. You are, like I said before, um, to be to not be seen necessarily, but to do everything.
Yeah. And
So,
let
mhm,
me piggyback off of you real quick before we
yeah,
move on. You
yeah,
saying that if you're thinking, the PA role is non, essential, or you're
essential, right?
or you're not being seen, um, take the job anyway,
Take the job
because
anyway.
somebody is watching you.
Mhm.
And I learned this not only by listening to Ava DuVernay, but I
Mm.
learned this just by experience. But
Mhm.
I listened to Ava DuVernay in regards to the show Queen Sugar, and there was a young lady. I think
Mhm.
I told you the story.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, you
at
did
the
tell me that.
at the end of Queen Sugar, there's an episode of all the directors that was a part of the show, and one of the young ladies that became a director was a PA. She was
Mhm.
running, she was getting
Mhm.
coffee, she was doing all these other things, but her goal was to be a director. And in that,
Mhm.
doing the work that may not be seen,
Mhm.
that you think may not be seen, um, somebody is watching you, and somebody see you.
Always watching.
Somebody sees you, somebody sees your hard work. And if they know this is like your goal, if they know your ultimate goal and they see the hard work that you put in, they will likely give you the
I
chance.
I will tell you the creepiest but really coolest phone calls I've ever received were from people I was on set with that I never met
That you
on
never met.
set, that were
Yep.
like, "Hey, I got your number from production. I'm doing this gig. We want you to come on as X, Y, and Z."
Yep.
What? Like
Like
what?
what? Like
Oh,
like
okay.
a
You
couple of
know.
years ago. I don't even remember how me and this young man met, but he wrote a
Mhm.
play
Mhm.
and he wanted me to cast it. I don't even know how he found out that I was casting. Like,
Wow.
what? And I mean,
Yeah.
that's just word of mouth
Mhm.
and people seeing you from afar. You may not even know, but just keep at it. That's it. Just keep at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
somebody's watching.
Can't agree more. Couldn't agree more. All right. So, some events that are happening coming up,
Yeah.
you want to
So
share, Marina?
Yeah, so this is the black market flea. I keep hearing about this black market flea, right? So this is
Mm.
not this flyer right here is just one of the flyers that I found online.
Okay.
But this is not the recent one to the event that is coming up on the 25th, which is Saturday. I believe
Got it.
Saturday, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, the 25th is Saturday. So the black market flea, it's going to be in Los Angeles. It is at the Beehive. This is the first time I've heard of this
Mm.
venue location. And mind you, I scout a lot of venues,
Okay.
but I've never heard of the Beehive. And it is downtown. Well, actually, not downtown. It looks like it's in Los Angeles. It's like 1,000. The address is 1,000 East 60th Street in
Okay.
LA. If you're looking to do something over the weekend, I would suggest to go to the Black Market Flea. There are tons of vendors. If you go to their Instagram, which is
Mhm.
Black Market Flea, all one word, go to their
Okay.
Instagram and just look at their feed. I mean, it's just so warm to look at all the melanated people, and you can feel the love. And they're going to have a popular DJ and also It's going to be music. It's going to be vendors. So get out there and network. This is in the heart of LA. You never know who you're going to meet. There are tons of actors and filmmakers if that's what you're looking to network with, or vendors
Okay,
if you
cool.
have a business, you can go and talk to the other network with the other vendors to see how to get on. And
Nice.
I just suggest it. I would highly suggest it. I haven't gone, but just looking at this event from afar, and I keep saying, "Oh my God, I need to get there," but it seems like
Yeah.
I always have something going on.
Oh, I
I
see.
suggest this on Saturday. I do.
Okay.
I
Okay.
suggest this on Saturday.
Very,
So
very cool. I've
yeah,
heard of it as well.
yeah.
I actually know she's in the wardrobe department, but I believe she makes rugs and she knits.
Oh,
And
nice.
I've seen I've seen her IG at one of the black market flea
Oh,
posts, like
nice.
events. So yeah, so maybe I'll take my hermit crab shell off and get out of the house this weekend.
I'm gonna come over and get you, Brittany.
Oh Lord, if you come, I'll have to go for real.
Yes, you have to go for real.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's do
Okay, we
it.
have
Let's
another
do it.
event, right?
All right, yes, one more for our events is the Lion King. What?
Yeah,
What's
the
going on with the
Lion
Lion
King is
King?
here. The Lion King is here at the Pantages. And yes, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know. Lion King is here, guys. I still haven't seen
Wow.
the Lion King
Neither have
on
I.
stage. I really want to go and see this, and it looks
Okay.
like they have multiple shows. I mean,
Okay.
even until March. I don't know how long it's going to be here,
Yeah.
but the Lion King is here until March. My birthday is coming, so I would love some tickets. But
Okay.
anyway, but
Put it
anyway,
out there.
I jotted down some dates. They're actually having a show tomorrow
Oh,
at
nice.
8 p.m. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, Friday night, go out, hang out, and go see The Lion King tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Get your tickets. Not quite sure how much the tickets are. That depends on where you want to sit.
It is the
So
Pantages.
it's the
So
Pantages.
be realistic.
So you have to do all of that on your own. I'm just providing the date and to let you know that the Lion King is here at the Pantages. They also have a Saturday show at
Okay.
2 o'clock, and they also have a second show at 8 p.m. and that's at the Pantages in Hollywood.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm definitely going to have to put that on the list of outings for the summer series or the spring
Yes,
series.
for the
Um
spring
I,
series.
the first play I think I've been to on a large scale was at the Pantages, and it
Oh, nice.
was the Whitney play. I don't know if
Oh,
it was. I don't think it was like The Bodyguard, unless it was, which is on the nose. But it
oh,
was it was a Whitney Houston her
ex-
story.
experience. Okay,
I think so. It
nice.
might have been called The Bodyguard because it was based on the movie.
Oh,
But
nice.
hey, I enjoyed myself thoroughly. It had been a very long time since I had been to a live performance of any kind. So it was just a nice time. My mom and I got out of the house. We got dressed up. We
Oh,
went to
nice.
we went to down to Holly Weird. We did a little sightseeing, and found our way to the theater and had a really, really fantastic time. So,
I,
the Pantages has got a great history and they
yeah,
host
it
a
does.
lot of beautiful productions. So, if you get a chance to see The Lion King, I mean,
Yeah,
do
definitely
it. Do
go
it.
see the Lion King.
Yeah.
I saw Wicked there,
Oh,
and
nice.
I saw what was the popular one? Ay ay ay. Okay, I can't think of it now. I don't want to spend
Mhm.
time on it, but it was very, very, very Hamilton.
Oh,
And
no, you
so
didn't. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That's
it
really
was
cool.
It was beautiful.
Okay.
Wicked was very good.
Okay.
I really fell in love with that show. So yeah,
Good.
definitely take your wife, take your boyfriend, girlfriend out to see The Lion King this weekend.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, you just like childhood relived in live performance. That's what
Yeah.
I think. You know, I
Yeah.
would probably be the person being shushed the whole time because I'm definitely singing everything. All right, to kind of wrap up everything in terms of opportunities and events, I wanted to make sure I included film festivals. So
Yeah.
film festival circuits never end. I don't really
Never.
know when they begin or when they end. They just happen, okay? So I'm sure we're kind of like in terms of the new year, we're right here at the beginning of a new cycle. And this is the Hollywood Real Independent Film Festival that's happening. It started on the 22nd and is going to March 3rd.
Mhm.
And the Hollywood Real Independent Film Festival invites you to enjoy screenings of what they believe are the best new feature films, documentaries, shorts, and videos by new filmmakers who possess an independent vision and create innovative work outside of the studio system.
I love it.
And so that's really cool. I have not heard of the Hollywood Real Independent Film Festival. So this is
Me
news to
either.
me. This is now officially on my list of people to apply to when I finally get my first short together.
Yeah.
And so the website is Hollywood Real Independent Film Festival.com, and they are honoring filmmakers with awards and merits, and they will be screening over the next few more days uh, independent films, student films, and international films. So you'll
Okay.
get all of the different types of
A
film
film.
possibilities
Yeah.
at this film festival. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, it's going on the list
Yeah.
of
Maybe you
of
can look this
of film
up just to
festivals I would
go.
like to start with. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know folks like Chanel. If this is not on your list, Chanel, it needs to
Yeah. Put
be.
it on your list.
It's definitely you right in there, independent, right? And then the other one that I wanted to mention, which is really cool. I like this one.
Mhm.
I'm very excited to shout this film
This
festival
is
out in
cool. Yeah.
particular.
Yes.
I believe it's pronounced Mira LA
Yeah.
Short Film Festival. This is their first
I
one.
love it.
This is their first annual event. So
I love it.
supporting you all on your first one. Congratulations. Um,
Congratulations.
so Mira LA Short Film Festival is sponsored by Flix Media and Famecast. They didn't have a lot of information on who they are, but I'm sure because they're just starting, you know, they're
Yeah.
still building and everything. So I'm looking forward to seeing what all they're looking for from filmmakers. But the coolest part of it all is that they're specifically um, for filmmakers of color who are
Yeah.
women. Okay,
Women of color.
so
Yeah.
so that is really really exciting.
It
um,
is.
they'll have their film festival. It's one day. It's going to be, I believe, the 26th on Sunday. Let me make sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Sunday the 26th, and they do have tickets on Eventbrite, which is linked at the bottom. Eventbrite.com,
Nice.
Mira LA Short Film Festival. And then I think you may pay for the tickets early, but after 6 p.m. you can attend for free.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, so it'll be in Santa Monica. There's street parking. They're suggesting that you Uber if you're going to go.
Yeah, it's a little
Just
crowded
because
down there.
we know what Santa Monica is like.
Yes. Yes.
But do be keep that in mind. There is parking, and it's going to be I forget where is the address. They had the address somewhere, but we'll make sure we post it on our social media.
Yeah, we'll put it on
Links
our
to
story.
all of the events, the gigs, and even these film festivals. Will post their links to their pages if they have social media, so you can keep track and you can attend these things. So that
Yeah.
that wraps everything up.
Look, we've given jobs and we've
Yes,
given outings. We've made
yes.
your weekend, okay?
Okay, y'all
Submit
don't have any
yourself.
excuses to be in the house cramped
Right.
up.
Submit yourself for the Uber commercial and
Yeah,
get out to some of these short film festivals or the festival, the Black Market Flea Festival. I mean,
yes,
the Black Market Flea, and that's going to be great too. So, I mean, we
absolutely.
made your weekend, guys.
And so,
What more can you ask for?
what more can you ask for? So to encapsulate everything, as you saw, we are here to promote. We are here to assist in any way we can. So if
Yes,
you would like for us to take a look at your shorts or your trailers for your films
the
and promote
monologue.
it right here on the monologue room, go ahead and email us at browngirlproductions79, not 97, 79 dot
79,
com
you
at
got it.
gmail.com. And let us know what you do, and how we can support you, because I know that a lot of us who are creatives feel like we have to do it alone. We have to dig in
And
and be,
and you're
you know,
never, yeah, you're
you're
not
never
alone.
ever alone. So
Yeah,
we want to make sure that you have support in any way we can. And if just sending us your trailer or a clip from your content on your social media page,
yeah,
we are here to support you in that way and show it here and get your name out there.
yes,
So
we are.
that is all for tonight, y'all.
That
I
is
want to
it.
thank you for joining us. We successfully completed our show tonight. Unfortunately, down one. We have to make
That
sure we
one,
shout out
we miss you.
our
Mwah.
our gentlemen of the
Yes,
group. We missed you tonight. I missed you. I missed you tonight for sure.
I don't,
Um,
I don't, I don't miss him.
she don't mean it, Bucket.
That's
She.
my brother. I love him. He know better.
We definitely
Yes,
are going to be looking forward to seeing you on our next episode.
yes, we
Which
miss
is going to
him.
be really cool. Next episode, we have our next guest, and they will be in
Yes,
studio. So there should be no
yes.
technical difficulties, but
No,
we'll see when we get there. We'll always have to just figure it out as we go. um, but
well,
next
good.
episode we'll have Jazz Will. Jazz is
Yeah,
I'm excited to talk with him. He's
I'm
a
excited.
cinematographer. Uh, he's a rapper. He's a dad. He's a husband.
His
He's a
Instagram package is
talented.
dope.
Yes, he's a
His Instagram
podcaster as
package.
well.
Yeah,
So I'm very excited to have a conversation with him, see what he's been up to. He's worked with pretty much everyone I love in terms of like who I met outside of working on set. Like I met a
so nice.
bunch of talented folks,
Yeah,
all of which who are not from LA, which is weird.
it's
Uh,
always it's that way.
Shay, Savvy, Cameo, Ernest,
Wow.
Jay Simon, Samo, just some phenomenal, talented people. And Jazz
Yeah.
happens to be a part of that group, and he's agreed to come on and chat it up with us and let us know what
Yes.
he's been working on and how he's come to his own in terms of being a creator, creative, and making headway in this industry. So
Making it
I'm looking forward
happen.
to that.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
looking
Me
forward to
too.
that.
Me too.
So, as the way of saying goodnight goes, I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you for
Thank
tuning
you.
in. I have been your host, Britt. That's my girl, Miss Boss Lady. She's over here to my left. Marina, you can follow us on all social media platforms
Yes.
at the Monologue Room LA.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and get that up on the screen real quick. Where are you at? You can follow myself at
Yeah.
Nicole MKGM23, Marina at Marina Monet. You can also
And that's really
follow
my
our
name. Yeah.
you can also follow our empty chair who's not here,
Yes,
Sam Peoples at one great guy 10 underscore 31. And of course, follow us at the Monologue Room. Here it is. It's down here on the lower thirds. You can follow us at the Monologue Room LA on
there
all
you go.
social media. Like
All
I
the social
always
media.
say, we got Facebook, Instagram, we have YouTube, we have uh
We have Twitter too.
Twitter, which I still haven't seen a tweet
And
yet, but we got it.
and we
And
have TikTok.
we have TikTok, y'all.
Yes,
We are gonna make TikTok very mad at us because I've been telling Marina we gonna post everything.
everything.
We're gonna go live over there. We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. So keep
Yes,
a
we
lookout
are.
for us
We
on
are.
TikTok as well. So yes, follow us at the Monologue Malay. And as always, thanks again for joining us. Thank you. Until next time, have a wonderful night and we'll see you then.
We love you.
Peace.
Peace
Bye.
out.